Hello, it's day 337, and I want to talk about healthy food. Eating healthy used to be a chore, and I used to have to force myself to do it just like I did with all of my other chores. And when it came to intuitive eating, when I first started, I was afraid that I was never really going to outgrow that. I was afraid that I was going to be the person who ate sugar and fat and fried foods for the rest of my life, that my palate would never change. And there was part of me that was assigning this strange morality to it. Like eating healthy was something that adults do, it was a mature thing to do. Whereas eating the kind of sugary, fatty foods that I actually wanted was childish and immature. And I will admit there was a period of time where, for about 3 or 4 weeks, I wasn't eating anything unless it was sugary, fatty, or fried. I was eating like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. It was cheese pizza, it was macaroni, it was ice cream sundaes every night. But I think I would have started intuitive eating much sooner if I had been told how fast my palate was going to change. It was only a couple weeks in when I started to notice that the shredded cheese bag in the fridge, it wasn't tempting me anymore. It was just something that existed. I didn't even want it. I didn't even reach for it to put it on my salad like I normally would have when I was on autopilot. And I also noticed that a lot of my worst habits when it came to restricting started to recede. It was like tension was being taken off of my body. When I was dieting, especially when I was calorie counting, I had this really bad habit of always eating right up to my limit. If my limit was 1500 calories, I would eat 1500 calories. I would make sure that I did, even if I wasn't hungry that day, because I knew what it felt like to be hungry on other days, because I wasn't regulating for like changes in activity or like just changes in my metabolism. So if the limit was 1500 calories, if I had been eating healthy all day and I wasn't even close to that, I would go and I would eat something really unhealthy just to make sure I wasn't wasting those calories. I'd be eating, a light piece of keto friendly, salad, like, I don't know. I would eat like fruit for breakfast, salad for lunch, like a very light dinner, steamed fish and vegetables. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I still have 400 calories left. Time for a donut, time for a Snickers bar, even if I didn't want it. But intuitive eating has freed me from that in a lot of ways. I don't eat sweets as much as I used to, and I'm starting to realize that I don't really like them. It's such a strange feeling. There are sweets that I do like, but they tend to not be as sweet as I preferred them in the past. I have heard that there are other cultures in this world where, like a piece of fruit is the sweetest they will go. Like that is like a very sweet dessert, having some pineapple or having, some mango in your yogurt. But for Americans, if it's not like 2 cups of sugar in that piece of cake, we don't think it's sweet enough. And I think it does have to do with this idea of we have to do it when we can, because we can't do it every day. We restrict ourselves from it. We hide from sweets, we hide from indulgent foods, and so we feel like we got to make the most of it when we allow ourselves to do it. It's a really unfortunate mindset. And as I've been moving away from it, I find that I can't really eat the same kinds of foods that my friends and my family and my coworkers eat. Those cupcakes I made yesterday, I've got 3 of them. I ate one yesterday, I ate one today, and I saved one for tomorrow. But there were 24 cupcakes, and other than those 3, they are gone. My family consumed them like a swarm of locusts because they were there. And that's what you have to do when treats are available. I do think that intuitive eating is the way forward for me. And the more I do it, the more I'm starting to think that if everybody were eating more intuitively, we would have less desperation. I don't know. Maybe that's short-sighted. Maybe that's immature. Maybe that's very Kevin McAllister Home Alone diet mindset kind of thing, but it's how I'm starting to feel lately.